He looked like a man who had asked himself why he should keep on living and couldn't come up with a single reason. The problem was, I was looking at my own reflection. Damn funny thoughts enter a man's head when he's carrying around a loaded gun. And 6. The Little Sister and Nevermore. Be a flubberoo. Organism or machine? I bet you're happy where your world is. Come on, admit it. You like to be on top, don't you? Or maybe you're a bottom. When you're effing the world or getting effed by the world, you wouldn't want to change it. Neither the position nor the angle. Pardon me. I'm out of sorts and haven't slept much the past couple of days. Let's start our story here. It didn't happen here, not exactly, but it's close enough to where it occurred. We need to protect the innocent. And let's walk and recount what happened and do it from a different perspective this time. Life gets dull if you don't shake it awake once in a while. I can now say I'm part dick, private eye, but I am unsure what my next move's going to be. And really, Frankfurt, Kentucky? What are the odds? Her hair rushed at me and crashed over my face like a golden wave with an artificial strawberry scent and a note of lingering youth. I gulped for air and dove back in, deeper. We shouldn't have hugged, not with the woo-flu going around. But she needed a hug, or that's what her dark eyes had told me. Her name is Emily Souza, and Mr. Sparrow had told her that I'd be able to locate her brother. I don't know where he got that, but yeah. She asked me, "Are you his older brother?" "We are identical twins," I said, "but yeah, it's my hair, right? We grew up in different worlds, different parts of the world. It must be an environmental impact issue. But why does he think I can find your brother? Haven't you been to the police or the lost and found or something?" She said that Mr. Sparrow had told her that I could find out things that no one else can, that her brother disappeared 3 months ago, and the authorities, the police, the consulate, no one had been able to help her. She's 28 years old, from Frankfurt, Kentucky, and has been living here in Frankfurt for 9 years. Starting as an au pair, she's now a commodity trader at a major bank. I didn't ask or even think about it, but maybe I did. She's one of those women that makes everyone around her feel like they've got a fighting chance. She gave a reason for struggles and made us, at least me, so I'd like to think, want to give it a go at being human, or something like that. At least I could understand the word. I marveled at her fingers and the way her hands moved as she spoke. I was happy. Sad about her brother. We walked to a nearby kiosk to get some refreshments. She insisted on paying. I was a gentleman and let her. Her German is much better than mine, and of course it is. She's intelligent. The man at the window handed her 2 Yavers, but didn't want her to leave. He kept asking questions, and I had to pull her away because she's polite, and I wanted her for myself, to help her find her brother. I imagine people from Frankfurt, Kentucky are about as pleasant as can be. We sat in the entranceway of a closed hotel, and she told me about what happened to her brother. He had come to visit her just before the world went on lockdown. Her brother's an F-up, but who isn't? Examine anyone's life too carefully, and it starts getting weird. She last saw him at a bar down the street from where we were sitting. I was making notes in my moleskin notebook, trying my best to be a professional dick. I had no idea where I'd even start looking for him. She WhatsApped me a few pics of him. It was turning into a cool detective flick. And then it got too real. And now I'm freaking out, even though that's nothing new for me. So here in Frankfurt, my Frankfurt, it's all going back to normal. And even my office/bunker is now simply an office, though it looks more like a bunker. Damn koofers keep invading our social distancing space during our homeless beers. And I want to spray them with my rum, but just squirt a mini shot in my mouth instead. But gentleman lets them know what he's thinking by directing a phlegmy cough their way. Koofers. I can't stop thinking about Emily. It is all too damn normal except for her and what happened. You know, traffic, it started to flow again, and even contrails or chemtrails are returning with more and more streaks across the sky, though I have no idea who's flying or to where or from where. Even the weather became unseasonable, which is normal too. What kind of apocalypse is this? New confirmed cases in Frankfurt are a slow drip, a few a day. It reminds me of my morning pour-over, but there was never really a bloom here. It doesn't taste right. Enough, yeah. Just enough. That's what I was thinking on Wednesday. Yeah, let's go explore another world. You know, I had packed my bag, a down jacket, a light rain jacket, my Glock, a G17 Gen 5. I know it pretty well now. An extra magazine and a box of ammo. I even had a pair of flip-flops. I've got to be a Boy Scout because I don't know in which part of whatever world I'm going to I'll end up in. Yeah. So on Wednesday, I emptied one of Mr. Sparrow's packets into a cup of tea. My thinking was that I'd make it a civilized trip this time. You know, I wouldn't snort it. But the tea tasted horrible. It was too sweet, and after a few sips, I wish I had snorted the powder instead of putting it into a cup of tea. Well, when I finally finished the tea, it took me a while, even though I had let it cool a bit before adding the mixture. I checked my watch and saw it was a little after 6 p.m. Am I blasting off soon, I asked myself. Nothing happened. And then nothing happened. I decided just to go home. Stepping outside, I found a note taped to my door. Stanley, be at blank street, number XX at 7 p.m. There is someone you have to help out. Best, me. I knew who the me was, of course, because it was me, or rather, Mr. Sparrow. We had the same penmanship or lack thereof. I could barely read his writing, my writing. Had I already traveled to another world? I climbed on California, my little steed, and pedaled to the Bahnhofsviertel to meet the person who needed my help. Emily, Miss Sousa, the little sister, needed to find her brother Clark. As I was finishing my second beer, Emily was only halfway through her first. Everything went black. I opened my eyes to 2 knocked-over Jaeger bottles, my face resting on the cold stone of the entranceway. My bag was still there, my gun, thank God, my notebook in handy, everything. Except Emily. Emily was gone, and I had a big knot on the back of my head. My head still hurts. I hurt. I need to find her, and then her brother. I wonder if this raven is a witness. Nevermore. Nevermore. But it's probably a crow. Nevermore.